Hey everybody, you can see.
Hi.
Say hi. Okay. We want to tell you all about our finished camper.
Yeah.
Do you like your camper? Yeah. Lewis loves the camper.
He does.
Every time he's like, Campa, can we play? So he has enjoyed it, and maybe you have noticed since we began this whole remodel, we added a new feature to our family. Eileen was born in the middle of this whole process, so
Yes.
we're
I'm
really
so
excited.
thankful to not be super pregnant anymore. I'm glad she's finally here.
So we have had some time just to get to be a little more familiar with our camper. Right before she was born, we actually snuck it out for a little bit of a trial run to be able to test some things and to see how we wanted to lay everything out. And so we want to take this time just to show you the finished product, maybe highlight a few things that we're really happy about and what Lewis likes about the camper. Do you like the camper? There you go.
Absolutely. All right, I am super excited about how this section turned out. We have 2 areas for our kids. One thing that I love, one of the things that I love about this is this right here is just a sheet. And I believe it is a full-size sheet. It's not a super finished end here, but I literally just ripped this open so we could slide the pole through. I think I'll finish this at a later point, but this way you get to see it, and this way on our camping trips we actually have them separated. As you can see, it's not a perfect separation. Lewis can go still visit his sister. But at least at night they're not able to, they're able to fall asleep a whole lot easier. This right over here is our pack and play area, changing area. Once we actually get on the road, we'll probably have a little basket with diapers and wipes so that it's ready to go. And this over here is Lewis's bedroom. You say hi? He absolutely loves how these curtains turned out. He can have his own little hidey hole in space. Honestly, one of the things I want to note on this side is we could not get the tracks to work. So instead we were inventive and used some of the extra bungee cord and created an easy way for us to slide the curtains back and forth. Also, another thing that's great about having it be a bungee cord instead of in the tracks, which we didn't really think about to begin with, but now we're realizing as Lewis is pulling back and forth on the curtain, is this way he can pull on it and it's not going to pop out of the tracks. Whereas I think with the little plastic holders, the tabs which we have on the other curtains on the sides, he would have very easily pulled them out and or ripped the curtains. So.
So you can see this side of the camper is where Sarah and I are, and we've already spent a couple of nights when we went out test camping, and really comfortable. We like the mattress and just kind of everything, and we've got these curtains that Sarah showed you on the other side. I think one of the things that's really good to note, the way Sarah designed these is it has a little bit of mesh here at the top. So that way hot air can pass through. You don't get too stuffy in there when you've got everything pulled. So that's a really nice thing that she included in there with those curtains. Here is usually, there's a little galley table, and when we've got this all packed down, the table clicks in here and these cushions slide. So it actually creates another bed, or it folds down to when we're traveling. We like the idea of leaving the table out of here when we're normally out camping and use that as like our outdoor table. And I've lacquered that wood really good so that way it can resist the water. And it just kind of gives us an open spot to be able to sit, read Lewis a book before bedtime, things like that. One of the things that we like about this switch from tent camping to having pop-up is that our storage, we are packed and ready to go for camping at a moment's notice, which is really helpful. So under here we've got everything packed up and ready to go. All we have to do is add food and different provisions, but for the most part we are set and ready to go. So a part of our storage solutions is we got one of these 3-tiered drawers, and then we also have a bigger, wider one that's kind of a gray outdoor one that we have outside the camper with all of Lewis's toys and outside stuff. And we specifically got these two because they'll fit down here and pack well when we've got the whole camper closed up. So we kind of wanted to think through some of those storage solutions of, yeah, this is sitting here while we are camping, but while we are packed up, we want to be able to have these slide down really good. We told you about this countertop. This is really nice, just kind of gives us another place to prep, or Lewis likes to climb up and down as much as possible. And then underneath here, we've got storage with towels and kitchen supplies and different things like that. Really helpful to be able to have lots of different places to store things.
All right, if you remember back to what these cushions looked like to begin with, they were moldy and gross and disgusting.
Really gross.
Something that we did not want to use. We were able to still keep the boards and everything, but we literally took out the cushions and recovered them with this lovely duck canvas fabric. There you go.
So you can see we just used the same primer that we did on the whole camper and on the bed areas. So just primed and sealed that wood, and then we just took duck canvas and stapled it in. It's not the most pretty, but at the same time, it's easily replaceable, and it was a very cost-effective thing.
In the future, I can go back and create slip covers for these if we decided to do that, but for right now, we're very content with them, and I love how they turned out, especially with our color schemes with our lovely curtains right here.
So the quilt is an interesting little story. This quilt was actually made by my mom's grandmother, so my great-grandmother, and has been passed down, and we really like it here for the camper, and it's just kind of a nice little family touch inside of the camper. Get that. We're really happy how the paint turned out in here. The kind of off-white color really brightens up the whole camper. We did use that exterior paint, which is really helpful when you're camping because it means this can clean off super easy, especially down lower. If you remember, I put a lot of sweat and a little bit of tears maybe into painting here. It's got 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, all that exterior high quality paint out there, and we're really happy. I think the paint really is what made everything just really start to turn around and look great. And then when you add the fabrics and everything, it really accomplishes that clean and crisp look that we were looking for. I think the biggest statement is the floor. It really kind of sets off the whole look of the camper. We like the gray against the white with the blue, and this was really cost effective. It was about $90 for the full sheet, and we cut all the different pieces in and placed it out on the doorstep, even under the cabinet, so that way the look is consistent throughout the camper and really makes a bold, nice statement, and really wasn't that much cost, all things considered. So it gets a little warm here in Indiana, and that's why we're really happy to have the air conditioner, and we've even got it running right now because of that. Really happy how this turned out. This was one of the primary reasons we wanted to switch from camping in a tent to a pop-up, is because of the opportunity to have this air conditioner. Dad did a great job of making that rig on the backside. It really fits in really nice, it packs up really good, and we're really happy about this. Here's one little thing. We got this for $100 at Walmart, a little over $100, and we went ahead and got the one that has a remote with it, which is so helpful, especially in the middle of the night when it maybe is getting cooler than what you would want it to. You don't have to get up all the way out of bed. The remote can do that for you, and you can adjust the temperature. So we're really happy with that. We cut the screen so it's really fit to the air conditioner, and to the best of our knowledge, we haven't had any issues with bugs slipping in or anything like that. And with the curtains here, it really hides it well. So some of you might be wondering, what are we gonna do with this hole when we're not using the air conditioner? we're looking for some ways to kind of patch that back up, but one of the things that we want to use is Reflectex. This is one of those pop-up hacks that we've seen all over the internet that look really great. This is kind of a insulated bubble wrap with the silver coating. It helps just kind of insulate a little bit. And what a lot of people do will custom fit these to your different window cuts. So even in here, inside of there, all of your different window spaces. And it just adds a little bit of insulation in there while you're camping in your cooler months, and kind of helps with that. Mom's primary job in the whole camper remodel was the yard sale guru, and looking for different things that we might need at yard sales. And she found this great deal on this outdoor rug. Mom, how much did you find this for?
Yes.
$15 for this nice outdoor rug. We like the blue, kind of goes with our whole color scheme. And this is kind of our setup of the outside of our camper. Here's the drawers that I mentioned earlier, the 3-tier drawers where Lewis keeps his toys. Do you like to keep your toys there? And you can see we, Grandma splurged and got Lewis a nice little camping chair. And we're just kind of cozy out here sitting outside our camper.
So I'm really excited about how our pop-up has turned out. It's been such a journey for us, quick journey, but something that has been exciting and something that we've been able to work on together as a family. Even with Lewis coming out and helping his dad and Papa. I'm excited for the future trips that we're going to have in this. I'm excited for Ellie to get to grow up and be a part of this pop-up adventures that we're going to have together. And it was definitely one of those things that I thought would take a whole lot longer than it actually did. And honestly, my part seemed so small, but I'm really glad that I could pitch in a little bit, even with being super pregnant and having a baby in the midst of all of it. So I'm glad that you guys could join us on this journey.
I hope that this encourages other young families to really get out there. Lewis loves camping, playing in the dirt and the rocks, and it's a really great family activity, and really is cheaper. Do you like to go camping? Do you like your camper? Camper?
So we're so glad that you came along on this journey with us. Even just being able to see how easy it is to so glad that you guys joined us on this journey of So thanks for coming along on our journey of turning this pop-up into something that we love and can't wait to use.
And we hope that we'll see you in other Hangin' with Herky adventures, as we hope to maybe do some adventures with Mom and Dad as well.
As you know, I created these curtains because one of the things I love to do is sew. So if you'd like to follow along with my sewing adventures, feel free to follow me on Instagram at shopcampfirechic. I have an Etsy shop as well called Shop Campfire Chic. I sew a lot of things like the headband I'm wearing, the cup cozy that you saw over here, the fleece blanket that was on the end of the bed. Those are just a few of the things that I enjoy making and adding to our adventures.